instead of looking at our faces. Okay, so spawning in the bottom right-hand side of the map, he's GunGFuBanDa.
And in the top left, he's red, he's Zerg, and he is HateMe.
Yeah, HateMe is someone I've had my eye on for quite a while now, but haven't had a chance to have him in a tournament till now, so I'm excited to be able to do so. He's one of those players that I think that are very, very good, but are underrated to an extent. He hasn't had like massive results or anything like that, but he's shown some very good series and very good games, pretty consistently.
Can't argue with that at all. Very consistent, very fun. Very much looking forward to this series, and I do love the PvZ. It is my favorite matchup in all of StarCraft 2, so I'm pretty excited for this. And yeah, it's just going to be a standard opener for both of these players. I assume that the gateway will go into a Nexus, and the hatch will go into a spawning pool. And there it is, spawning pool down. Well, coming up anyway.
Yeah, it would be pretty concerning to have a game without a spawning pool.
Indeed. I mean, not much you can do without that, as it turns out.
You can build drones and extractors, that's about it.
Yeah, exactly. Really hard to kill your opponent. Anyway.
Alright, so GunGFuBanDa scouting out with this probe. Just making sure that everything is normal, no early pools. Always go for the scout, whether you're a Protoss, Terran, or Zerg. Queen's on the way. Yeah, I'm excited to see the specifics on how these guys play. GunGFuBanDa, he's been in the spotlight a little bit more because for a time he was one of the top European Protoss players in contention. He always kind of marched to the beat of his own drum in a sense, and then he fell off for a time, kind of just disappeared and stopped playing. Then he was like, hey, I'm gonna come be good at StarCraft again, and so we're having him here in Afreeca World.
Indeed. Yeah, should be a lot of fun here too. Hopefully, HateMe can get a little bit more attention because he's a pretty darn excellent Zerg. Twilight Council coming in, and at this point, what's GunGFuBanDa doing here?
A robo.
It's either going to be Dark Templar or Archon drops. So
how about a massive Blink Stalker all in?
I mean, it could be.
It's GunGFuBanDa.
Yes, it's true, but I'm not sure what he needs the robo for in that case.
A Warp Prism? Maybe?
Yeah.
Oh, you're right.
Maybe.
Dark Shrine.
There's the Dark Shrine. Okay, so yeah, either he has the option here to come in here and just drop some Dark Templar on the Zerg, gets to work that way, or turn them into Archons, and then do some harassment that way. I don't know at this point in the meta if the Archon drops really do much damage anymore at the highest levels. But at the very least, it forces some units out for the Zerg and makes that so they just can't drone up consistently for the first 10 minutes of the game.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Zergs are so used to defending these things, though, and HateMe just making use of that new, cheaper pneumatized Carif is like, oh, I'm getting Archon drop. So he's already starting up a lair the second he sees that, because you generally do want Overseers just to cover all your bases, and then just the Queens and Spore Crawlers being in position most likely, and maybe some Roaches, and a Roach Warren's on the way. So there you go.
We go. Yep, yeah. One of the answers for sure for this is going to be Roaches. Roaches trade so well with Archons in pretty much every possible situation, especially if they're microed well. Even if they're not microed particularly well, they do pretty well anyway.
Yeah,
so Adept's coming in for the harass at 4.5 minutes. Got some Lings to deal with that. Roach Warren almost complete. Should be in time to have some Roaches popping just when he's going to need them. HateMe's timing is pretty consistently good here.
Yeah, I do like the coupling of the Adepts, though. He's probably going to go in with the DTs and then the Adepts in another base, and 2 Adepts can get so much damage done at any point in the game of StarCraft 2.
Yeah, especially if they're going after light units like Workers.
Oh, yeah.
With that bonus to light.
It's definitely one of my favorite things about the Adepts. HateMe's Queen positioning is beautiful. Oh, no, GunGFuBanDa.
Yeah,
the
Queens.
Almost loses that Prism.
Yeah, the Queens were ready for that. Almost took that Warp Prism down. Queen anti-air is
that, though,
fantastic.
the Adepts. 4 drones, maybe a 5th? Do we have 5? Not quite. 2 adepts for 4 drones. Not good, not bad for either player, really.
Yeah, if she'd been focusing down the drones, she would have gotten another one, but she started attacking the roaches at the end there,
Did
so
she?
could have
Yeah,
gotten a 5th.
I guess this is considered pretty good for HateMe, though. I mean, he's really lost nothing to this Archon drop. He's going to have a few creep tumors denied as this Overlord comes across the map. But no, very good defense. Very textbook from HateMe.
Absolutely. I mean, he is playing this like every Zerg should be playing a macro-style ZVP. He's going for glial reconstitution, never lets up on those drones. Anytime he feels remotely safe, he is droning pretty hard. Spore Crawler's going to help with this attack over here. Again, any shot on that War Prism is a good shot.
Yeah.
And yeah, the Archons really don't want to be here. They're going to get picked up. There we go. Too many roaches, too much Queen support for that War Prism to stick around. And HateMe defending pretty exceptionally well. He's at 55 workers. Army supply not huge, but he doesn't need a huge army here.
Run Overlord.
It's got speed, but not running particularly well.
That's one of my Zerg pet peeves. With like Terrans, it's like not repairing planetary fortresses that pro players don't do a lot, but then we still see a lot of Zergs with their pneumatized carapace losing Overlords.
Yeah, it's like seriously,
they're not super quick, but they're quick enough to like fly over a cliff or something and get away most of the time.
Right. And I mean, the thing is, you can see that it had speed because it started to fly away quickly and then just stopped because the AI doesn't run away forever.
So definitely,
yeah, exactly.
That's my Zerg pet peeve a little bit. HateMe, pardon me, is just going ham on the drones, by the way. Firing up another 12 here, getting up a Spire, getting up a Baneling Nest. He's a happy Zerg.
Yeah, he is feeling it. He's feeling it right now. And this is really when Zergs get comfortable, is when they start getting onto this 5-4 base economy. They have 70 to 80 workers. They can pretty much tech switch into whatever they want. They have a few tech options to them, and this is when it gets scary.
I'm getting the feeling that this could be a very, very late game PvZ here. GunGFu's throwing up a Stargate already. I guess he's just scared of the mutas.
Which is fair. Okay. I mean, the good news is with good control, the Archons aren't going to die, but they're not necessarily going to kill much either here, the way that HateMe is defending. So it's kind of a stalemate on that one. Maybe going for 5 mutas. It's not a huge number of mutalisks, just enough maybe to force out some Phoenix and force up some cannons and slow down the irregular army composition for GunGFuBanDa a little bit.
Yeah, it is nice to see the immediate Stargate though from GunGFu. And he doesn't even need to make that many Phoenix because HateMe only invested in like 5 mutas. In come the mutas, the cannon says, get out of here. You're gonna lose a few probes, but I mean, there's a Phoenix out. That Phoenix can probably pursue those mutas.
Oh, absolutely. The Phoenix are faster than mutas, can definitely chase them down.
Now we're going to be seeing HateMe go for an attack. However, this is Thunderbird, the most defensible map in the pool. I don't know if this Zerg's going to be able to make it up this ramp.
Yeah, I don't know that Roach Ravager at the very least is making it up that ramp. Maybe some Broodlords with some help, but yeah, I just cast a lobby game where a Zerg player had like twice big an army as their Terran opponent did. Try to come up this ramp. There were tanks, there were Marines, there were Vikings.
It's not happen. Don't try it. He has the high ground.
Yeah, it did not happen at all. So he's going for it though. HateMe
doing work.
Roach League Ravager
making it up, but there's still Immortals sitting up on the high ground. The Zealot's getting on into rebuff before this, and the Prism for GunGFu should be able to juggle these units. Phoenix even lifting up to help on out. Banelings roll forward. High Templar don't have Psystorm yet, so they're pretty useless. One of them just survived and has Psystorm, but a hold indeed from GunGFuBanDa. If he didn't hold up that ramp, I would have said, what the hell, Zerg's broken.
The Immortals with 11 and 10 kills respectively, doing their job to hold it down for Protoss today.
Yeah,
no complaints from
Immortals versus Roaches are no joke.
No. I mean, they're even pretty good against Lings, even though there's no bonus versus Lings. Lings don't have the
Immortals
HP
are
to
just
really
good
withstand
versus
anyway.
everything.
Exactly.
Oh, cool. That HateMe is getting rid of the drones here on this path.
Why are there drones out here?
Mining the minerals.
Ah, they're getting through the wall there. I see.
He's opening it up.
I've never actually seen that done in a game that I've cast. I've seen it done on some stuff that I've been watching, but never when I've been involved in it. It doesn't happen
I've never really
as
seen
much.
someone so deliberately go about and do this, but I guess it makes sense. He's got like Roach Ravager Ling versus a Protoss who's got Psystorm. You got to come in from every angle you can, so opening that up is probably a good idea.
Yeah, I mean, for Zerg in general, killing the destructible rocks, opening up these paths, is going to be good for you at some point in the game. You want additional paths, you want wide open battlegrounds.
What's the name of that other map that has like the minerals that you have to mine to get to your third?
Oh yeah. I want to say Acropolis, but I think that's wrong.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's Acropolis, but anyway, all I know is that like I just don't bother with those. I just expand somewhere else. I'm like, I've been playing StarCraft for like 7 years or whatever at this point, or a large amount of years anyway.
Yeah.
And it's like I've never once had to mine minerals to get at my bases. Get out of here. GunGfu Zealots going gung-ho, charging at those units, but he quickly retreats as he says, wait a second, that's a lot of Zerg.
It's a lot of Zerg. A lot of ground Zerg. This is kind of losing its effectiveness as the time goes on here.
It does. That's one of the beautiful things about Zerg, that, oh man, these Zealots, by the way, gonna have a bad time. Legacy of the Void cinematic.
Yeah, no kidding. Where's your Storm, though, is the problem.
Where's the deal with the pylon?
Yeah. That is such a great cinematic.
Oh, it's the StarCraft. I want more StarCraft games just so we can get more StarCraft cinematics.
You should just start making cinematics and charge like $10 for them. I'd pay.
I would honestly pay too. That's why I wanted a StarCraft movie instead of a Warcraft one.
Yeah, just for the. Well, they didn't, I mean, didn't really give us cinematics in the Warcraft movie. There we go.
Yeah, I didn't even see the Warcraft movie, so.
It was very weird. It was just in the sense that it's very much a movie about orcs and humans, which is what Warcraft 1 was.
Yeah.
And so you had protagonists on the human side and on the orc side, and everything on the orc side I thought was really well done. I thought the acting was good, the story was interesting, the CGI was amazing, and then on the human side it was garbage.
Oh,
all
really?
of it. Yeah, I don't know. I've never had a movie where I liked half of it and hated half of it before. So
liked half and hated half of it.
Yeah.
That's actually a good question. Oh, got a bit of lag here.
Paused.
Yeah.
GunGfu was having some power problems or something.
Oh, he says he's all right.
Game
But
resumed.
back at it we are.
We are back at it. Yeah, I mean, it's not, again, not chronologically like the first half is good, the second half is bad. They switch back and forth.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's,
Right,
that's kind of
story-wise.
interesting.
So every time they went back to the humans, I'm like, I don't care about any of these people. The acting is atrocious and the story is stupid. So
Yeah, I
it
guess
was weird.
I think maybe with like some shows with multiple characters that could be the case, but I can't think of like a movie that it's like,
Right.
oh man.
And that's
I
what
did
I'm saying.
not
It's a
enjoy
weird
those
experience.
guys in that movie.
Right.
Anyway,
So
GunGfu
here
going
comes
in.
GunGFuBanDa, pressuring, threatening, sitting on the creep here, wanting HateMe to come in because he's got Storm, he's got Archons, he's got Immortals.
Oh, those Ravagers and Banelings having a bad time. These Corruptors also having a bad time. This is a nice find for GunGfu. Those Corruptors all going down. That's actually quite painful for the Zerg. I mean, HateMe's got himself a pretty darn significant bank, but having to remake all those Corruptors were going to be his Broodlords.
Yeah.
And now he's got nothing. Now he's just on the Lingbane Ravager, and like that actually just killed his timing because he had a Greater Spire just finishing up now.
Yeah, those are going to be Broodlords. Now they're not.
Yeah, that's kind of concerning here. Anyway, GunGfu says, right, I'm going for it. And oh man, that's a lot of things very susceptible to Storm. This is disgusting right now, the amount of Psy Storm and Archons. Oh, that was just a massacre.
I am not convinced that even without Storm, GunGFuBanDa doesn't win this thing. There's nothing here for HateMe.
Right.
What is this?
Oh man, if HateMe had Broodlords right now, he'd be fine.
What do you...
I
a lot of Archons
like
and
all
Stalkers.
Archons, I mean, but right now he is definitely not fine.
Oh,
so.
yeah.
Oh,
He's a
man,
dead
GG.
nerd.
Okay, just like that,
Wow.
HateMe makes a bit of a critical mistake, losing his Corruptors. Then he says, oh, I guess I'll just make more Lings, which is definitely not an answer versus a Protoss with 20 Archons.
No, definitely not. And more Storm to boot. He wasn't out of Storm by any stretch. Yeah, that was weird. GunGFuBanDa had a fantastic composition, had the Immortals, the Archons, the Storm, the Zealots, the Stalkers, the Phoenix. I mean, it was everything you want to go after most of the stuff that Zerg can do. And then it was just kind of a Ling, Baneling, Roach, Ravager sort of army going there for HateMe, and that did not work out. And never was going to either. That compositional choice was horrible.
I felt like HateMe played that game out right for Zerg up until the point which he just started making Lings. Like, even if
Yeah.
he started making Roaches, that would have been
Oh
better
yeah.
for him.
Roaches would have been so much better for
Yeah,
him.
like Ravagers and some Corrosive Bile and stuff. He'd have
Yeah,
been fine.
totally. Would have helped immensely. Lings were just useless in that situation. I say as somebody who likes Lings and tries to do that sometimes, it doesn't work out.
Lings are good. I will be back in just 10 seconds. I'm going to grab a sweater.
Yeah, sounds good. Fall has arrived.
Okie dokie. I am
Alright.
no longer freezing, and both players are ready. So,
Excellent.
let us hop on into the next game here. Alright, here we are. It is a best of 5, continuing on. Spawning in the bottom right-hand side of the map. He took that last map just going for an attack. It's GunGFuBanDa.
Yep, it's generally what Protoss likes to do. On the top left, it is the Blue Zerg player, HateMe.
Like, I don't think GunGFuBanDa expected his attack to make anything to
No.
work, though. Like, he was
all
building Stargates.
cautious. Right. He was kind of just positioning himself on the creep, waiting for the response to come, preparing for the second level of attacks.
And then he's like, you just got Lings, and I got Sidestorm.
Like, how did we get there exactly? Yeah.
And HateMe was like, well, I guess I'll die. Probe, heading on into the main base of the Zerg. Do-do-do-do-do. Being a pain.
Yeah, what else you do with all the extra APM you have in the first minute of the game, though? Really?
Man, I'm just honestly trying to build my pylons on time.
Exactly. Making sure you don't screw up the timings.
Yeah. That's how you.
time for
That's
harassment.
like how you tell how good of a Protoss player is.
Right. If they can do this and keep their timings accurate, they're pretty scary good.
Nexus Cybercore for GunGfu. I'm gonna be honest. I'm sad that HateMe just rolled over and died there. I wanted a late game PvZ. I wanted to see what all the fuss has been about.
Absolutely. Would have been
This-
fun.
Yeah, like I was getting ready. I was like, "There's Stargates on the way. HateMe's getting to Broodlords. It's a big map. It's Thunderbird. It's the perfect late game map." And then HateMe had to just go and die on us. This poor Probe. Ooh. This Probe could die here.
Could do. Pretty injured, pretty bruised up.
And the Probe dies.
There we go.
Flew too close to the sun. The Icarus Probe.
Indeed.
I'm curious. HateMe is rocking his country's flag here.
Uh-huh.
But he doesn't have... But I checked and I don't think he's in the Nation Wars.
So he's Austrian.
Yeah.
Is Austria even participating?
I don't think they are. And I'm a little sad because I wanted to see HateMe play. Maybe it's
No,
from
you're
the
right.
other Nation Wars or something.
No, it goes Argentina, Australia, Belarus. No, Austria. Belarus is in and Austria is not. That's weird.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, you need 3 GM players in a country.
Oh, alright. Let's see who else is from Austria. So there's a Protoss player named Cube. There's...
I'm I'm
Another
just
player
sad.
named
I'm just sad
Monty.
because I feel like I thought they must have played the other year or something. In the last nation wars. Maybe I'm mistaken.
I don't know. I don't know if they did. I can't really remember the last time I thought about Austria in relation to StarCraft, other than HateMe.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Anyway, GunGfu going for the Phoenix. And if you're HateMe, I guess this says you've got a license to drone, right?
Sure does.
Make some spores, drone on up. I was watching someone stream the other day. Who was it that said basically that, or it was Hearthstone. He was basically like, Phoenixes are junk.
Wow. That's some harsh words.
And what Hearthstone says, I usually tend to believe because he's like so convincing in the way he speaks.
Right.
It's like, sure, why would I argue with that? Phoenixes are junk, I guess.
He, okay. I mean, he also posted a thing recently where he was talking about how to handle a 12 pool from Zerg.
No, really?
And yeah, it was just very authoritative. It was very much like, this is what you do, this is how this works.
Yeah, it's kind of cool how some pro gamers just like running YouTube just on the side, just like not
Every
even
once
like
in a while.
super consistent videos or everything, just every now and then they're like, you know what? I'm gonna spread the word.
Yeah, and that's what he said. He's like, when I have another video I want to post about some kind of strategy, I'll do it. Until then, bye.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm not a Protoss main, although I definitely could learn how to defend a 12 pool, but
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I thought
yeah,
I thought we had that one on lock already.
Yeah, me too. But I mean, I don't know. He pulled up a replay of when Raynor did it to him, and it was kind of touch and go
really?
for a minute. Uh-huh.
I guess when that happens, when you're a pro player, it kind of makes you rethink your life.
Right.
The guy just died to a 12 pool. I'm
Well,
a grown
I mean,
man, pro gamer for years, and I just died to a 12 pool.
he held it, but it was close. Yeah. Phoenix being a little bit annoying. Get back to work, guys. Come on.
Come on, crack that whip, Queen.
Well, everyone. There we go. There we go.
Oh, that'd be so cool. If we got like cinematics of like queens managing drones or whatever. Oh,
Queens would be scary in cinematics.
oh, I know.
Kinda freaky
Queens
looking.
and Hydralisks, but queens would be really terrifying.
Hydras have been in there for a while.
Yeah,
We're
we
used to what they
never
look
got
like.
queens in the campaign, did we?
Nope.
Or
Never
like
once.
cinematics or anything. Oh man, now I know what I want. These adepts shading about, one into the natural, focusing down some drones, and two into the main base, actually getting a fair bit of damage done here.
For sure. Where are the
wow.
lanes? Where are the roaches here?
HateMe. Oh man, 11 drones going down.
11 drones in the first 6 minutes is almost insurmountable, laughing games.
Yeah, that was just 3 adepts too, and some Phoenix.
That was, ugh. It is so hard
look
for
at the
Zerg to come
follow-up
back.
from GunGfu. He's going into Colossus Blink. What year is it?
Whoa, and it's Hydra, so it's gonna be good.
Oh, it is gonna be good. Oh man.
Oh boy.
I guess he spotted the Hydra Den, so he's like, sure. Or he just decided to go for this, and I mean, definitely don't mind it. Now he's maybe looking to go in for a bit of a fake poke or something. Because I don't think he's going to be able to accomplish too much with this army, except really scare HateMe into making a ton of Hydras, which are then going to be killed by the Colossus later on. Prism went down at the 3rd base, so that's very nice for HateMe, not having to worry about that. He's spreading his creep while this is going on. Infestation pit on the way for HateMe. No Spire or anything though, and you generally need a Spire to deal with the Colossus. Oh, GunGfu's building up here. Overlord does spot the Robo going to work, so HateMe should know that this is going to be an attack coming his way. But then he fires up 12 drones, so I'm a little bit concerned.
I was gonna say, I'm like, all right, what's the response here?
I feel like the best response for, I mean, I'm no Zerg main, but I feel like a good response, well, catching these Phoenix is a nice thing, by the way. I feel like the correct response, throwing up the Spire, yes, but that Spire is going to be too late, I feel. I feel like the best response would have been to throw up a ton of Spine Crawlers. Like, HateMe, I feel, should be building Spines. just because they are not light and they don't take a ton of damage from Colossus or anything like that. It gives you a bit of an anchor point.
It's true. It gives you something to fall back to, and the Colossus take forever to kill them as well because they
Yeah.
don't do great against buildings.
Yeah, HateMe.
Yeah,
he's making
boy,
Banelings, 17 Banelings. Does he have speed though? No, he doesn't have Baneling speed. Oh gosh, did he forget it?
If he can come at the Protoss from an angle, and
This
he's on.
is not gonna happen. There's force fields.
Yeah, but from an angle,
It's gonna have to be a pretty good angle.
it's gonna have to be a really good angle.
GunGFuBanDa is gonna have to be asleep at the wheel.
He just starts centrifugal hooks. He's like, hang on, why are these slow?
Oh man, he's like, hold the phone. I need 79 seconds. Pause game.
Yeah. I mean, GunGFuBanda's being pretty patient here. He's
He
like,
is,
all right.
but he might just be getting himself to a better position. Like, it's only going to take a few force fields to get this ramp. Oh, and these Hydras.
the blink.
Lose one or two.
Okay.
I mean, HateMe is getting lots of time bot. He's trying to reach into a greater spire, but he hasn't built any Corruptors yet. And Corruptors would definitely help him here versus the Colossus. And oh no, that was like 15 Banelings that just died.
Okay, that was bad. I don't know if HateMe can do it now.
This is just all bad.
I just... HateMe keeps trying to go for this tier 3 stuff.
So
but...
many Lings once more. HateMe is a Ling fan, apparently.
Yes.
Firing up another 40 Lings when there's... I mean, the Lings are good versus the Stalkers.
Really good.
But the Colossus is a no-fly zone. I mean, he just finished up a Viper, so he can abduct one of the Colossus, which is going to be nice. But that's just going to be one of the Colossus. And he kept his 4th base alive, so I mean, HateMe's not dead yet. And this attack has actually been going on for so long. This is like the longest timing attack ever. HateMe's going on top of this, but I feel like maybe he should back off. Actually getting Banelings on top of the Protoss army, so getting some decent connections there. A lot of boosted up Stalkers.
Okay.
More Banes rolling for it. Is he going to clean this? It's going to be close.
Dude, he got most of the Colossus here. The other two are severely injured. There's 38 more Lings on the way right now. The Adrenal Glands is almost done. That's going to help.
Oh, he's got.
And he's got some Vipers for Abduct if necessary.
He could even... Can you Parasitic Bomb Colossus?
No.
No.
Flying units.
But they're massive.
Yes. But
That would actually be so cool. It would be like a swarm of bees attacking them.
It would look awesome.
Alright, let's see the Abduct. There goes one Colossus getting nabbed on up. Warp Prism flies forward, tries to save the day, just ends up dying.
So he loses his 4th, while GunGFuBanda's on 4 bases. So I don't think he's in a great position.
His
5th. You're right, his 5th, while GunGFuBanda's on 4 bases. So
His
4
drone
base to
count
4
not
base.
looking too hot though, and oh man, that Disruptor just got a nice connection there.
Good
13
grief.
kills on it.
Banda still attacking in.
HateMe's making some Corruptors, and I mean, he does have that Greater Spire finish, so he can make a few Corruptors and probably be safe for the most part, right?
Looking. Maybe. GunGFu.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, he's fine.
Survive. Survive, GunGFu.
I don't like being on even base count with the Protoss, especially if you have 10
No.
more workers than I do.
I mean, if you got a ton of Infestors, maybe. But probably not.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. I'm trying to figure it out. No.
Alright, 3 Broodlords on the way, another 3 Corruptors behind this. I mean, there is a fair few Blink Stalkers that could potentially take out any Broodlords that HateMe has. It's always a very situational, dependent sort of engagement. Would like to see HateMe go for a 5th base once more again, maybe the one to the north this time around.
Yeah, and that's one thing you can do is kind of expand on just opposite sides of the map and force the Protoss to choose one they want to kill, and then the other one survives.
Yeah. I'd like, I feel like the northern base on Acropolis is a lot more defensible.
Yeah, I can see that. Got creep spread on both sections there too, which is all right.
Ooh. GunGFu looking for some harassment, moving on in with his army to the south. Meanwhile, he's got some Zealots and DTs. Gonna find HateMe's attempt at a 5th base, and that is gonna work well for him. That hatchery is done, most likely. Gets the kill, nicely done. The DT is gonna kill off a Hydra. Makes himself known. More Broodlords on the way. Pathogen Glands on the way. HateMe is gonna have some Zealots in his main base. A ton of DTs too. Oh man, this could be bad. His infestation hit him. Greater Spire are exposed here.
The attack coming into the base down
Oh
south.
dear. The Broodlords should be able to
Broodlords
repel
are
this
here.
thing, right?
Yeah, for sure. That is an out of it.
That's actually really good for
Banda.
HateMe, sending that attack away, and then he does defend. Or for the most part, he needs overseers. There's 3 DTs massacring his Hydralisks. Oh god.
He has no
the
overseers
Spire,
on the map.
No!
Oh, no saving it. Nice snipe
man.
there.
That is
Beautiful.
That's painful. And get the Warp Prism, please. Oh, Prism actually escapes. That is a massive hindrance.
Okay, that was that was rough.
That was
Rough show
very,
there.
very rough. I mean, he's not dead. I'm not dead yet.
Huh.
But pretty soon here, yeah. I mean, he's making infestors. And if everything I know from Reddit and from Twitter indicates one thing, it means that the second these 7 infestors pop out, GunGFuBanDa instantly loses the game.
We'll see. That's what they say on the Reddits for sure. Infestors are the win now button.
Oh no!
Oh!
That disruptor with 26 kills. That Nova just destroyed the hopes and dreams of HateMe right there. Every Zerg watching this stream just died a little on the inside. Oh, gets the Prism, or should get the Prism. Come on, Hydras. Oh, there we go. GunGfu coming on into the south once more. There's a lot of Spore Crawlers getting up. Oh, the fungal growth. Man, that is nice. More fungals. Blinding Clouds going down. Ooh. Oh,
Man,
and
that
the
is a-
recall.
yeah,
I don't
get
know
out.
if that was the right decision.
I mean, it's either that or everything dies.
Yeah, but I guess... I don't think he was tagged by a fungal there. Maybe he could have ran away, but... Yeah.
Maybe.
Gets out of there. GunGfu, he's got himself a pretty good bank. He's going into Tempest. And we are going to have a bit of that late game here. Now, HateMe, his economy, it's going to be getting a little better as he secures himself a 5th base. It's nothing spectacular, not really the ideal late game situation for the Zerg, as the Protoss is on equal bases with you. Is already heading on into Tempest. We see, though, HateMe, he kind of wants to go for an attack, really test GunGfu, maybe make him a little bit scared. Oh, DTs. Moving on in towards the 3rd base. And while there are Spore Crawlers, there is nothing to take care of these.
Alright, well, DT is just chomping away on drones there. Zealots can get the
hatchery
hatch.
gets killed. The
Oh,
DTs
that was
get cleaned
close.
up. But a hatchery and 9 drones, not bad for a day's work. And look at this, GunGFuBanDa continuing in with the harassment. Broodlings will come in to clean up these Zealots as more and more Zealots come on in.
Yeah,
They're
Broodlord,
still
pretty good
getting
answer.
drones.
Yeah, the target firing here by GunGfu is pretty good. Trying to focus down drones instead of broodlings when he
Oh.
can.
Here's the Protoss. He's got Tempest. He's got Templar. And an Oracle with a beautiful revelation there on the Zerg army.
Alright, so Tempest from distance do incredible damage against
Oh.
Broodlords. We'll see how that works, but this Warpin, super annoying. Definitely need Banelings and Hydras to help with that. More Zealot attacks.
Oh,
Here at the
Broodlords,
3rd
help.
base. Queen's
Help
going
me
down,
out.
drones going down. HateMe could probably defend this major attack and just fall so far behind based on worker count that
Yeah,
it doesn't matter.
he's losing a lot here.
More Zealots inside the main base causing major problems too.
That Oracle gets on in, gets a revelation off.
Zealots up in the main, finally getting cleaned
Still
up, it
in the
looks
main.
like.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, they take down the Spire, or the Greater Spire, as it were.
Gotta rebuild that, HateMe, right away. Oh, Fungal's going down on some of the Protoss army. Infested Terrans getting tossed on down. These Tempests could be in a bit of trouble. Looks like some of them will go down to the feedbacks and storms, though. This is
Wow.
costing HateMe a lot of his supply right now, just to try and pursue this Protoss. The Tempest doing a beautiful job kiting back. And oh, look at this. GunGfu knows how to make zealots, that's for sure. In they go, heading towards the third base. HateMe just trying to keep some semblance of an economy going, and GunGFu's doing his best to stop that. Looks like these Lings will intercept the Zealots. It's a pretty good angle for the Zealots, though, so just trading on out versus the Zerg here. Of course, there's a Zealot in the main base. There's Zealots and Stalkers at the 5th base, and oh, this is the main portion of HateMe's economy, and it is going down.
Yeah. Ugh. Missing hatcheries here, trying to replace those.
But wait, there's more.
But wait, it's just non-stop Zealot aggression here. GunGFuBanDa has 2,000 minerals in the bank, has a lot of gateways, and can just keep making these Zealots forever. He's got 9 warp gates that he's just continually throwing.
And he's taking a 6th base. He's building carriers. HateMe's still up on supply. He's still got that late game Zerg. He's got another Greater Spire. And so, you're not dead till you're dead when you're playing in the late game, really. Because I think that's true. Like, you can always, like, no matter the matchup or whatever, if you take a fight good enough, there's a chance you can just kill your opponent.
It's true. But I am just not seeing it.
I mean, HateMe's coming on in, Ling's getting on this base, and finally might be getting some counter damage done to his opponent. But the massive Zealot Warpin says, get out of my base. The Nexus gets contaminated and then dies. And that's something I've never seen before.
Interesting contamination, for sure.
Yeah. And there is a Nidus network for HateMe, so he can always try and do some of that, like, just whack-a-mole shenanigans versus the Protoss. And Overseers are in position in order to call those in, so I wonder if we'll see some of that. Maybe if HateMe starts putting the aggression onto GunGFu, the Protoss definitely can start to fall apart. There's a Nidus Worm, and all of a sudden, the pressure's on GunGFuBanDa now. HateMe buying himself a little bit of respite here. Oh, this 1DT gonna try and be a hero. Lings and Banelings pop out, it's a Baneling delivery.
17, 19.
Oh, that is nice.
Probes going down. That was pretty good stuff. Reaction time from GunGFuBanDa was not bad, but just not quite fast enough.
Oh, here's the... Look at this. GunGFu's got a target in mind. Bit of an attack in multiple locations here. Fungal growth getting tossed all over the army. The main carrier fleet heading towards the critical base of HateMe. HateMe is going to be losing a lot of his economy.
Yeah, losing another hatchery here is just absolutely devastating. He has lost a total of 5 hatcheries in this game.
5 hatcheries and most of his economy are gone. There is a Nidus in this location, though, so HateMe's going for a counterattack. Got some Hydras, got some Lings. Going to be putting the pressure on his opponent a little bit. Another Nidus getting called on, and so you got to give it to him for finally getting some counter damage done.
Yeah, getting some damage done on the other side of the map for like the first time, it feels like today. DTs are defending, Hydras, Tempest being
look at this. He
here.
just can't get up a base, though.
No,
GunGFuBanDa is
all
so
over
good
it.
with his attacks and everything. Ling's running around.
Where'd that Nidus go? Did that get sniped out? No, there's a Nidus worm that was erupting.
There was one there that
there
just
was
died.
one.
He's calling in
died.
another right
Okay.
away. That's not happening, though. DT working away on this base. Fungal it. There you go. DT's revealed. The base survives. HateMe needs to get up a base so bad, though. Like, he's broke as a joke. Another Nidus, you really got to give it to him. These Niduses, every one that he throws down is buying him time and buying him hope in this game. Now, Interceptors deal very little damage versus Armored, so this Nidus is actually going to get on up. Does anything pop out? No is the answer. Oh, look at this, though. HateMe planning to run by to the north. Like, every attack that he goes for is actually buying him time. He's not dead yet. He's putting up a fight. His Lings do turn around, though. And he's double expanding. He's got up the space once again, so he's not giving up.
If he wins this game after losing like 6 hatcheries, I don't know, man. Maybe Infestors are the win now button.
Maybe, just maybe. The Zerg's just hanging on. He's got this big old army. Let's take a look at the army value. It's actually surprisingly close. DT's getting caught.
All right. Slowing that. Oh, just kidding. One of them made it
Oh,
through.
Oh, okay, there's a big engagement. Disruption Nova's going out.
That's a bad angle for HateMe,
That
though.
is a bad angle. Infested Terran getting tossed out. Suddenly the mothership is his, though.
But the Infested Terrans don't do anything hardly
HateMe
before
might
they
just be
die.
dead. Okay, his
Infestor's
infestors
trying
are
to
just
come
going
up,
down
they're
one
getting-
at a time. I mean, he's doing it as all. He owns a lot of the infestors of GunGFuBanDa, but GunGFu's just targeting down those infestors. Very well done. There's not enough corruptors.
All right.
GG gets called. And our question is answered.
Infestors are not a win now button.
They are not. It was pretty close. Like, GunGFuBanDa, he really tried to kill that Zerg. I'm curious how many Zealots GunGFu made that game.
It'd be nice if we could see that, but in the end,
I meant to
he
check,
trained,
but then I got distracted by that large game-ending fight.
trained 445 units overall in that game. Not bad.
That's quite a few.
Quite a few for Protoss. So I have a theory that I'm working on, LaughNgamez.
Okay, let's hear it.
Feels like the games that I have seen and that I've cast, if Zerg loses 10, like around 10 or 12 or 15 drones in the first 10 minutes of the game, they lose. Unless they could do some other damage on the other side, but all things being equal otherwise, if it's a regular game and they lose 10 drones in the first 5 or 10 minutes, they're out.
That's the number.
Yeah, because that's what happened in that game. Lost 10, 12 drones in the first 7 or 8 minutes. Couldn't recover, ended up dead. So we'll see. We'll keep an eye on this.
Okay, I believe it.
I don't know if it's provable, but we'll keep some stats on it.
That's one of the things that I'm looking forward to when there's like a mass advancement in computer science. Like someone will just be able to run through a million replays and like statistically tell us.
Yeah, exactly.
And you could probably do that now, really, if you wanted to.
Take a long time. Take a lot of work.
Probably, yeah. But just about that in general, like, it's gonna be very, very cool how we can just like pretty much know everything to a certainty just because statistics tell us.
Right.
Spawning up in the top left-hand side of the map, this is GunGFuBanDa.
And spawning in the bottom right-ish, it is the blue Zerg player, HateMe.
Disco Bloodbath is the map.
It's a fun one.
Its name alone
Yes.
raises some eyebrows.
Again, I wish it had more fun stuff going on. Visually, it's very fun, but nothing really... No mechanics that make it interesting, right?
Yeah, I mean...
Got some destructible rocks, got some...
It's-
blah, blah, blah.
And it's a nightmare to build in your main base. Like, it is so cramped in here.
It is. It's pretty small. Of course, as a Zerg player, I'm like, what?
You guys
Main
need
base
space?
size matters? That's
a
something
valid
people
point.
think about.
Maybe I should switch to Zerg so I don't have to manage my real estate.
You really don't have to. I can't remember the last time I was like, I'm running out of space in here.
As you've got like 40 spine crawlers in a base.
Yeah. It's just like 15 spores and 30 spines. Oh man, I don't have enough space to build any more static defense. Don't do that, anybody. That's not how you play StarCraft.
I don't know, man. If you want to
In
play a
any
late game,
circumstance.
I bet if HateMe had his way, he'd build that many spines and spores.
But in your main, good golly.
You saw how many zealots made it into his main base.
That's true. 30 spines would have helped. All right. Well, no proxies. Anyway, no proxy hatch, no proxy gates, no cannon rushes. Everything is as standard can be here today on Disco Bloodbath.
Very, very standard.
Oh, I was like, I wonder if there's ever been any kind of a bloodbath in an actual disco. And then I remembered there was a shooting down at a nightclub in Orlando a few years ago. So, now I'm sad. Thanks for that, StarCraft.
So now here's an idea. Well, what if We let random people name the StarCraft 2 maps that have no idea what StarCraft 2 is.
I'm down. Can they look at it first? Or we'll just have them come up with
They
names?
can look at it, yeah. Like a printout of the
Yeah.
map, and they have to describe it.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. I'm down.
Because I was talking to someone who doesn't play StarCraft. Was watching the stream, and it's like, oh, it's the umbrella one. So what if we just had, like, the umbrella map? Which was the resort one with, like, all the umbrella doodads and everything.
Yeah, I could see that. This one would be like rainbow map or something.
Yeah, I think that would be like a great bit like they used to do in WCS, where then people would like walk around and ask random StarCraft questions.
I'm trying to remember. I think I saw somebody like asking, like they'd have players ask their parents what they thought like StarCraft units' names were.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like based on pictures.
Oh, this Overlord. Lucky
Oh,
guy.
gets the high ground. The high ground saves him there.
It's honestly OP. Nerf the high ground.
That little box, it did something. I thought it was just for, I don't know, decoration, but it actually allowed that Overlord to
This
survive.
Overlord might have a death wish, though, is the...
Oh, he knows. He knows how far away he can sit.
He also knows that 3 Adepts are crossing the map, and that there's resonating glaives being researched right now.
It's not great.
It's not good news if you're a Zerg, although knowing is good news. It's better than
Correct.
not knowing.
Knowing is half the battle.
A lot of Adepts being warped on in. GunGFu right now, I mean, the fact that he's just going for this shows that he's got big cojones.
He does. He's got the proxy up at the top right, too.
Aye, he does. I feel like these gateways are a little late, though, for an Adept time.
Me too. But Mortal's in production. Definitely has the follow-up.
HateMe is making 3 Banelings. I feel like you definitely need more to deal with these Adepts unless he gets a good Lynx around. The Queen's stepping out to greet the Adepts. HateMe is pursuing with his Lings. These Adepts are going to get into a beautiful position, though. Banelings roll for it. Doo-doo-doo.
Yeah.
There
Banelings are the big
Adepts left.
game changer here.
2 Adepts left, though. That's all it takes to kill some drones. But no,
True,
yeah,
but good pull.
good hold.
Oh, they just transferred right into some Banelings.
That's one
That
way
was
to go
amazing.
out. That would be pretty painless, I feel. Instantaneous.
Dying to acid? Are you kidding?
No, yeah, but you saw how fast those Adepts disappeared. They didn't like run at the Baneling, they just teleported and exploded.
That's true.
It's just gone. As far as some of the StarCraft deaths go, I'd take that. GunGFuBanDa, I mean, those Adepts before were kind of a gimme. So HateMe is actually in a fairly good spot this game, I feel. It's a 2-base Protoss who's just going for an attack follow-up. And so HateMe's just got to defend this. And he really has had all the information this game. So that definitely should be doable. He's coming in with his Lings, going to try and get a bit of a free attack going on to thin out the Protoss's army. And he's doing an okay job with these Lings. Doesn't want to overcommit. He's making Banelings, though. He's got a few Queens at the front. This Protoss is going all in. There's no doubt about that. Can the Zerg hold on?
Force fields are going to be a big deal here. If you can get those Banelings away from the army, it's going to be a good time. Not finishing that transfer, man. That is evacuation from that base. I don't know if you want to just straight up lose this base, man, but that kind of that's what it feels like we're doing here. Is just giving it up.
A lot of Protoss. I mean,
that's a sack.
That is, yeah, that is just a gone base. HateMe is going to do the cool Baneling drop thing, but I feel like this attack is a little bit disjointed. Can these Banelings get unloaded on these Adepts? There's going to be a few connections, but nothing that's enough. And HateMe, he had a Hydra Den done, but he's just making Hydras now. Is it too late? I mean, he's got more Banelings. He's loading on up. This could be some good connections here. Banelings unloading on some of these Adepts.
The splits, though.
Yeah, GunGFuBanDa. I honestly thought this attack was doomed to fail, but no, he's making it happen, and he 3-0s HateMe just like that.
Hot dang.
Hot diggity dog.
I mean, we had every example of StarCraft there. We had the shorter game like that. We had a more of a mid game and then a late game, and he won all 3 pretty convincingly. So, nice job there.
Okay,
Booker's
yeah.
active. I think HateMe might have just droned up a little bit too much. If we're looking at it, he does take a huge spike in drones right as that army starts showing up and starts really getting up in value for GunGFuBanDa. Ah, so hard to know. So difficult.
So hard to know indeed. Thanks so much to everyone for tuning on into this Afreeca world. That was our first best of 5. It was a very good one, to say the least. And our next one, it's going to be a TvZ. And it's probably got some players that you may or may not know. It's going to be Insane versus a Laser.
Alright.
A bit of a David versus Goliath sense. But I'm excited to see Insane making his debut in Afreeca world. And I know he's a very good Terran player. So we'll see if he's up to the task.